Right? Shalom, shalom. It's the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in, week out. Prophesy the downfall of America and teach the hopefully elect. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you brothers pushing this word with true sincerity and with charity. All right, so this basically it's an article. I've been saved and really just the title alone and the pictures that they show you, to prove the real, the real madness of Esau, man, and the extent, just a little piece of what Esau has really been doing to our people, man. All right, this guy is a madman, all right, and the torture and things that he did to our people is actually inhumane, and he think he's not gonna pay for these things. All right, so I'm not gonna read all of this article, but I am gonna read some of it. It's not long, but I'm not gonna read all of it because you get the logistics of it. All right, so it says how black people were boiled. So how Israelites, all right, because not only are like the elder Malcolm brought out a video. I think it was the elder Malcolm, a video how in Brazil they refer to the Brazilians as black as well, and they're brown skinned. All right, that's the Northern Kingdom. They refer to them as black as well. So this is talking about how they boiled just us Israelites, all right, as a form of punishment in hot sugar, man, juice, as punishment during slavery. Could you imagine being boiled in juice, man? All right, or sugar, man. Sugar turns to caramel, man. Sugar turns to like a paste, man. When you boil it, man, it's caramel. All right, being dumped in something like that, and you gasping for air, and you breathing in this hot molten sugar. That's pretty much what caramel is molten sugar. All right. So I'm gonna read this article. With every passing day, we get to uncover the numerous evils perpetuated against the Israelites, people by the Caucasians of this world. All right, so they're identified as the Caucasians. All right, the Edomites. All right, it say of this world. With each new history lesson, we are shocked beyond our imagination. All right, so the deeper you go back into history, all right, and you try to uncover some of the things that they done, the depths of Esau wickedness has no end, man. All right, it has no end. Okay, it says Africa history spans beyond the slave era, back into thousands of years. Of course, we are not ignorant of the fact that the black continent, was beautiful, gorgeous, noble, but as many tell our glorious stories, we must also call and tell the young and unborn people about the wickedness that we have suffered as a race. All right, this knowledge will inform our decisions on how we interact with our oppressor. All right, which they say, matter of fact, let me see real quick. All right, which is a word. Uh, uh, let me see. That's why. All right. That's not the. All right. I'm looking for this word. All right. Well. All right. It says some of the worst atrocities that happened to our people during the slavery era happened in the plantations and ranges from breeding farms where male and female relatives were matched to have sex and reproduce, and the rape, murder, and killing of men, women, and children in the plantations. The Israelite people who were taken into slavery were reduced below animal and suffered the worst fate known to man. All right. In the 18th, 19th, and 20th century, the Caribbean had large amounts of sugar plantation and fields. Enslaved Israelites were the major source of labor on the plantation. They worked all day round, planting, harvesting, milling them in the sugar refineries. All right, let me get to the point. I'm gonna keep reading. The planting of sugar cane in the Caribbean, Barbados, started in 1640. All right, and was basically formed by a combination of Africans and Israelites. Combination of Israelites, because I'm not calling us Africans, man. I don't care what this article say. We was the Israelites. Combination of Israelites and prisoners from the British island. The elites would later find a way to reach Israelites and steal black people who they brought from the plantation to work. The process of planting and processing sugarcane was very all right. The planting and process of sugarcane was a very tedious. Many enslaved Israelites died of disease, malnutrition, exhaustion, or were killed by slavers who wanted to teach others a lesson. All right. So, so, all right. Well, basically, let me get to the point where it talk about all right, here you go. It says painting and depiction of the boiling of slaves in the Caribbean. Source: the British Museum. After boiling him on the sugar juice, the overseers brought him out and whipped him so much that he that he that he it took the young enslaved Israelites another 6 months to recover from the wounds and scaling of on the skin. So he survived the boiling, man. He survived it, and then they beat him. So Esau, I really, this one scripture. Well, I'm gonna read two, but I maybe read more than that. But could you imagine double of that? You have been a monster to our people, man. All right, but you're gonna get double of this. All right, painting and depiction. I'm gonna read it again. Of the boiling of slaves in the Caribbean. Source: the British Museum. So this in the British Museum. This thing's like somebody really they did this. After boiling him on sugar juice, which is caramel, the overseers brought him out and whipped him so much that it took the young enslaved Africans another 6 months. Well, it could be a juice that I don't know about, but boiled sugar is caramel. All right. So much it took the young enslaved Israelite another 6 months to recover from the wounds and scaling on the skin. In a debate by Wilberforce for the abolish of slavery on April 18th, 1791, he confirmed the evil punishment of boiling slaves by saying, an overseer threw a slave into the boiling cane juice who died in 4 days. He was not punished otherwise than by replacing the slave and being dismissed the service. All right, so one slave, he survived, and another one, all right, he died 4 days later, man. So he suffered, man, for 4 days, man. All right, and this is something that they didn't just do to one of our people. All right, they did it to a multiple of them. All right. All right. So like it, let me get this scripture. All right, this is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity and the time of their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. All right, so these things is what you're going to have to deal with, Esau. Right here. It's going to be a sauced out Jake right here. It's going to be Israelite. And you see they got an Israelite hand that they didn't cut off. Right here. That's an Israelite hand. So they cut off hands, and you can see, I think that's feet right there, or whatever other thing, a body part. And you see the torture tools, man, that they use, man. Esau, you got that coming. You got that coming. All right? You dumped his head completely under it, man. All right? You had no regard, man. No regard at all, man. None. All right? All right. Next. All right, this is Revelations 18. I'm going to start at 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High has remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled to her double. So y'all did this to us. We're going to do this to you double. It's cool. We went through it. You know, but the thing is, the Lord didn't kill us, and He's not going to eradicate us. You're gonna get eradicated after you serve your punishment. After we serve our punishment, we have the opportunity to come back into the good graces of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But you don't. You do not. All right? All right? This is Psalms 149. I'm gonna start at 5. All right, I'm gonna start at 4. For Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. All right? Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud in their beds. All right, so we should be doing right now. Because the downfall of this place is actually happening before us, man. All right? It's happening right in front of us. All right? It says, let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them this judgment written, this honor have all his saints. Praise ye Yahweh. All right. So we're gonna take the same rulers that did these abominations to us. We're gonna do it to you. All right, and we're gonna call the remembrance of your former days, so you know why we doing this to you. Like you say, your life flashed before your eyes. All right. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Awashai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders of great millstone. And salutations to you, brothers, pushing his word with true sincerity, with charity. Shalom and the Bible.